My speech is on communication differences in males and females. Throughout history, we have come to realize that men and women have obvious differences, communication being a key difference. Every relationship is created or destroyed by communication or the lack thereof. Males and females communicate through body language, verbalization of feelings, communication through intimacy. Women use eye contact and are more animated. They are also more timid and polite in conversations, while men tend to be more conservative with their body language, talking shoulder to shoulder versus face to face. In most instances, the male will appear much more relaxed. Women express their emotions through speech, while the male gender is often more inclined to communicate through actions. During an argument, a man is less likely to consider the feelings of others and is more focused on being right. The male fears a loss of power or appearing weak. We have already established that men are more about action and goals, and women are more about establishing a connection. This also rings true when it comes to intimacy. For a woman, sex is the result of a strong, intimate bond, usually reinforced by emotional communication. For a man, it is quite the opposite. They look at sex as the act of intimacy. And men feel most intimate when they communicate through the physical act of sex. The benefits of knowing these communication differences are we have better communication with the opposite sex, healthier relationships, and less conflict. Effective communication helps us better understand a person and allows us to resolve differences, build trust and respect. It lets us communicate even negative or difficult messages without creating more conflict or destroying trust. Developing the ability to understand and use nonverbal communication can help you connect with others, express what you really mean, navigate challenging situations, and build better relationships at home and work. By not reading too much into a single gesture or nonverbal cue, we can decrease conflict. Also, knowing your own feelings provides you with a better understanding of yourself and others and the real message that you want to communicate. Some communication tips to lead to better understanding is really listening, staying focused, and don't blame or accuse. Most people will say that they listen, but what they're really doing is thinking of what they're going to say next. We may hear what is being said, but listening to what is truly being said is a skill that has to be practiced. We need to look for compromise instead of trying to win the argument. Don't focus on getting what you want, but rather a solution that will work for both. Don't bring up past unrelated conflict. It only clouds the current issue and intensifies the argument. We often spend the majority of our time blaming or accusing the other person. Try to see the other person's point of view. When making a statement, use I instead of you. It's less accusatory, sparks less defensiveness, and helps the other person understand. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship, but the conflict isn't the problem. It's how you communicate during this time that can bring people together or tear them apart. While males and females differ in their communication skills and behavior, both styles of communication are equally effective, and the goal is to communicate better. Thank you.